know you, but I'm still going to introduce you. As I say, you're my partner in crime.
Yes.
And your name is Koban, and so I just am super grateful for you. Thank you for coming today and being on with me.
Yeah, of course. It's a little weird sitting on this side.
Is it?
I'm like looking at the camera like there's nobody back there. What if something go wrong? I gotta get up. But thank you.
Yeah, so it's just me and you.
I feel so special.
Well, I know your time is so valuable with your little sonny boy. And I know that's, takes up a lot of time. So thank you for sharing your day with me. And we're going to start every episode. We're going to start with a little wellness check. And so today's no different. How are you?
Right now, on this Tuesday in the afternoon, I'm actually good. I had a pretty good day so far. Overall, I would say I'm doing pretty good. Good. Somebody at church on Sunday asked me, where I was spiritually, if I was, stagnant. I'm like, do I act like I am? Like, no, I don't.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, no, I think this is the least, the most flowing, I've ever, been. Yeah. I don't know, everything I call on God, I hear him right away.
And I see that.
Really?
I see that.
So I don't know what the heck she's talking about.
Yeah, I get to spend time with you, our calls throughout the week and then in service. And when you talk to me, I'm listening. Yeah. And that's not what I get at all.
Yeah.
And so
I can feel it too. Like lately. These last couple weeks. Last Tuesday was the first day of Spiritual Warfare 2. So that was cool. I actually wasn't gonna do it again, but then literally somebody asked me, was like, oh, don't forget to pick up your packet after church today. Today's last day. I was like, oh yeah.
I should have checked that out. I need to do that too.
No, it's cool. It's good. You actually really learn a lot. I always thought that you can always differentiate when stuff is spiritual and when it's not. So this is definitely oh my God, this whole time I was actually right. Oh my God. So now I gotta keep,
Well, that's good. And I was sharing, I did a little video on Facebook, and I said, when the Lord gives us spiritual eyes, then we get to discern. That's where wisdom and discernment comes in.
And not everybody could do that. I'd be like, what you mean you didn't know that was the devil? Yeah. You better tell him to leave you alone.
When you speak to him. You're going to speak to him and tell him to
he be talking to me. You better leave me alone.
Stop. Sometimes so it seems.
You better leave me alone. Yeah. But so overall, I'd say I've been doing pretty good. I've been shutting the devil up. He be. Oh yeah. Talking.
Yeah, and it's I used to think to myself, oh my God, my name is Joy. Everybody knows me as Joy, so I got to always be joyful. And then one day I was like, you know what? It's not the case.
No?
I have joy in my heart.
Absolutely.
Because I have Jesus. But there are some days where I'm just I struggle like other people, getting out of bed and going, especially Monday mornings are always tough for me.
I know.
But then I just remember who I am in Christ.
Yeah.
And that alone is enough for me to just get up, get to exercise, and start with my day.
Yeah, I have these declarations that they passed out. That was part of the handout. I'm actually saying these things. I'm speaking these things out loud, and I'm seeing differences and stuff. So it's real. It's real.
Well, there's a difference in what we say, and sometimes when I'm just engaging with people, and they'll be I'll ask them, "How are you doing?" Oh, my arthritis or my cancer. And I'm like, no, it's not yours. Don't claim it. Don't own it. Because it was never meant to be yours.
No.
But our words have power. We hear that's in the Word of God. Our words have power.
Life and death is literally in the... I actually had a conversation with somebody that's not a believer necessarily. And she was like, she's like, sometimes things just happen. I was like, I wanted to sit her down so bad, but she wasn't ready to receive it at the time. So I was like, don't be talking like that.
Well, I remember when I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to hear,
before you were saying?
But I could hear it now. Yeah, but before I knew Jesus, people would try to say things and it just sounded like a mess to me and I wasn't able to receive that. Mm-hmm. And then looking back now, where I am today, looking back now, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I'm doing today to others, Mm-hmm. So praise God for the ears, for the spiritual eyes.
Which is getting me through the week.
Yes, it really does. Gets us over the tough times.
Yeah, so overall, I'm well. How about you?
I'm really good. I'm on top of the mountain. Ooh, I got chills just saying it. Oh my God, I'm on top of the mountain. I experienced some real forgiveness in the last 2 days. I haven't even gotten
within yourself or like with people around you that you know.
For me, that I was able to forgive, a couple people and just making amends.
Like was it a conversation you had or something that you came to?
It was a conversation. Well, it was a prayer. It started with a prayer. Because actually, I'm going to get transparent right now. A few weeks ago, I was just having this heaviness about a certain person. And this is hard to say. But I almost felt like it was hate in my heart. And I immediately recognized it. And I was like, Lord. I don't want to have bitterness, hate, anything for anybody. And I said, Lord, help me to get to a place of forgiveness, Father God, and help me, show me how to do it. I said, because actually, they're not worth my salvation. No one is worth my salvation. And so I said the prayer, prayed it in Jesus' name, and then had an encounter over the weekend. And then he showed me through the encounter that I had complete forgiveness.
Really?
And I was like, yes. Oh, I posted, I'm on top of the mountain.
So you didn't even, because sometimes it's like easier to just be mad at people.
Yeah, that's what that.
Like, and then that's I hate that I'm like that because I do that. You just won't hear from me again.
Yeah. Well, the enemy would love nothing better for us to do that. But I find that when I do that, I always say I like to keep short accounts. But when I do that, it affects my sleep. It affects the way I eat. It affects everything in my life. And so it's a gift. It's nothing I've done, but it's a gift from God that I'm able to go to that place of forgiveness and ask him, Lord, help me. If I don't know how, Lord, you're going to have to help me with this one. And every time, Kavan, he steps in, and now it's just like, yes, because I don't want to have those feelings toward anyone.
It really does get in the way, because then you at church and it's like praise and worship, and you trying to get zoned in and stuff, and you just have this thing just like beating at you the whole time. So like that's a good way. That's good. I love to hear that.
Yes, and see, what we have to know is that throughout our life, people are going to tick us off.
Yeah.
They're going to say things to upset us. They're going to do things to us, even break our hearts. But to be able to say, like, you know what, Lord, I don't want to be bitter. I don't want to have hate in my heart. Lord, I need you to step in. And he just faithful, And then I said this, Lord, how can I say I can't forgive somebody but expect you to forgive me? That's arrogant. Like, no, I can't forgive God, but I need you to forgive me. And so realizing that, it really helps to just forgive.
Yeah, what do they say? Grace given is grace received.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so anyway, before we go on, I wanted to share with everybody one of my favorites.
Whipped cream?
Favorite snacks. And this one only has 15 calories in it. I love the can because it's pretty pink. I was hoping the whipped cream actually came out in pink. But it doesn't. And so I said, I'm going to share with everybody today something about me that I love whipped cream. So if I'm hungry, if I have this can in the fridge and I get hungry throughout the day, I will just go and put a little bit of this whipped cream. Hold that. And I put some on my spoon.
I can't remember the last time I had whipped cream, to be honest.
And that's my snack. Cheers.
Oh, you just did the whole... Okay.
Oh,
that's pretty good.
My God. Isn't it so good?
That's good. I've never been like that person to just squeeze the whipped cream out the can. That's you all the way 100%?
Well, I don't. I put on a spoon and I did one, but usually I do like 3 or 4.
Okay.
And then that's my own little fix. And then I get going and I'm good to go. So it's just a silly little quirk about me, but
it's good.
I love whipped cream. And when I get pumpkin pie, oh my gosh, there's more whipped cream than there is pie. And so I just want to share that with y'all today.
Well, thank you. Next time I'm going to bring something I like.
Okay, share it, definitely. So tell me about your week.
Well, yesterday I had to go to work. Monday, like you said, it's hard. It's hard to start on the week because I be having so much fun on the weekend, and then like Sundays is like the highlight. Like I so look forward to going to church. Like I can put some clothes on. Like, you know, me and Kyrie would go do something after church, and then like it's Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday morning.
Gotta get up, go to school. But actually, I had work yesterday, so it was okay.
Good.
Well, kinda. It's always really hard for me. Actually, it was really like I felt like at the end of the day, I was okay. So I wake up at like 5. I have to drop Kyrie off at 6 in the morning. Still dark. He half sleep. I have to get me ready, get him ready. I get to work at 7. I'm at work from 7 to 7. It's dark when I get there. It's dark when I leave.
And the time's about to change.
I know. So then I have to drive all the way from across, like, from far. Right. Not that far, but there's, like, traffic. And by the time I get home, it's 8 o'clock. I got to go pick him up.
Your whole day.
Sometimes he's either fed or he's not, or bathed or he's not. Right. So I'm like, oh, my God, please have had a shower or something. Last night he did. So, like, I'm like, okay, I still got to go home, put him to bed, and then I got to eat. I got to take a shower. It's 8:30. I'm mad now because I'm like, okay, I usually just go straight home. I go straight home after. I don't want to stop. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to get home and just, like, rush and just, like, let's just get this over with. I was like, maybe I'll go to Chipotle real quick. I'm like, I could leave him in the car. I can see him from the car. I'll just run in there. Yeah. The line is out the door.
Oh, my
There's no parks in front of the window. So I'm like, you know what? Now I'm just mad. And I could feel like my mood was changing. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting frustrated. And he's asking me like a million questions. He's like, Dad, I want to go to bed. I'm like, I want to go to bed too, Kyrie.
Yeah.
So
how many parents in that line are probably there because for the same reason you're there?
That's what my friend said. Oh my God. They were like, oh, you know, this is the time. Everybody probably just doing the same thing you did.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, I'm Kovan. I don't care about them people. But I mean, like, I had like not really a pity party, but I was kind of just like, man, this is just really annoying. Like, I got to. But it's really not that bad. Like, after I had some food, I was okay. Because I was like, I only work like 2 days a week. So I'm like, it's okay. So.
I'm cracking up because you said pity party. And I had a little pity party a couple of days ago. And I thought, you know, Darian was going to come and say like, oh, what's wrong? Or what's going on? He didn't. And I was like,
and you sitting there huffing and puffing.
And then I had to
do it like that.
I had my pity party. I had to walk over to him and say, well, I'm going now, and just, you know, and be okay with it. And we talked about it. We laughed. And that's the thing about pity parties is nobody else comes.
And it's just pitiful is what it is. It's just pitiful.
Nobody comes.
Exactly. So.
Oh my gosh. Well.
That's how it started. But today was okay. Yeah, I woke up a little later because I didn't have to go to work and stuff. But it's only Tuesday.
You know what I'm really thinking about lately is like all the changes in life, Kavan. You know, you went from just being a young dude and then you became a dad. Overnight. And now your son's in school. And every time life changes, it's a transition that we have to go through. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but I'm a creature of habit.
Yes.
If I want things to just stay just like this, don't move them, don't change it. I love to just things to be, you know, just remain peaceful. But it's not so. And raising 10 kids, like from summertime having 10 kids at home, then they started school, then it was a transition. And that's what you're going through is because he's starting kindergarten and then you have to switch out your work week and create new routines. And so it's like, it's a learning process.
And then like right when you get comfortable,
it changes again.
Yes.
It changes again.
Yeah.
And that's what life is about.
I know.
It really is. And so when we recognize that and just say, you know what, it's just another transition, it helps get you through the transition.
Yeah, and each like rough phase between the transition has actually prepared me for the next thing.
Yes.
So like I'm thankful for all those like cuz looking back cuz honestly like 2 years ago like I have a lot of help so like but like 2 years ago like thinking back to like 2 years ago today before he was like in school and I was still in like college. I would not like all those ups and downs that I've been through and like all the really long nights and stuff. If I hadn't gone through that stuff, I wouldn't even be able to do like what I'm doing. People look at me and can't even believe that I do half the stuff I be doing because I just do it with such ease. Yeah. But that's just God's grace. That's it. So I mean like the transitions, like the in between periods, you're like it's really rough. But like once you get through that,
yes.
Oh my God.
And there's peace on the other side. I just shared this with Darian a few months ago, and I said, when I was going into labor, when it was time for me to go and have my baby, I knew what it was going to entail. I knew the pain that was going to come with it. I knew it was going to be a long process, but on the other end of it was going to be something beautiful.
Yeah.
And that was a baby. Mm-hmm. And that was always my focal point when going in to give birth for the next kid. And then I just applied it to my life. That no matter what I'm going through, okay, you get through the labor, and then on the other side, there's something beautiful waiting.
And the beautiful part about that is when you get through the thick, and then you get to the beautiful part, you can turn around and you can go help somebody else.
Yes, you can.
Who's woe is me and having their own pity party.
Yes.
So
a lot of people ask me, like, how did you do it? Oh my God, I have 2 kids. How did you do it with 10? I said, you didn't think about it.
No.
You just
look back and be like, dang, this boy 5
it.
years old already. We already been through all, man.
You don't think about it.
Yeah.
You just do. Mm. And that's kind of just, I'm focused on life. And that's how we do life is, there's always ways that we can prepare for it. But most of the time, if we are overthinkers, we overthink things and it's more stressful.
Yeah.
But to just take it on and just do it, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I found a lot of peace in that.
Yeah, and then a lot, like Pastor Ricky kind of 2 weeks ago kind of said like something like along the lines of like when like a lot like what you said, we're doing things on our own. It's all on our own accord. In other words, like well, we're trying to make it through the transition. Well, we maybe we don't even have to be going through all of this stuff. So if we stay on the course that is made for us, God has already prepared the way. He's already went before us, like Pastor Ricky said. Like,
but look what else we take on. We take on so much that we were never really created to do all of that.
Mm-hmm. Unnecessary
stuff,
So
well, I really wanted to check in with you and just make sure you're good. And
I would say yeah. I'm hearing things and seeing things that things are being revealed to me, and it's just it's good. So like, and I know I can definitely know when it's the Holy Spirit talking to me, for sure. So that's another.
I love revelation.
Oh, absolutely. So
when the light just goes on,
that was God. Yeah.
Oh my God.
And another thing that I'm doing is when I'm listening to Him, I'm acting on it immediately.
Yes, the application part.
Yeah. So when I feel as though He's telling me to pray for somebody, I don't know why this person just popped into my. I'm doing it.
Just do it.
And then, like a friend at church, like I told her earlier, I was like, "Hey, I'm not really sure what's been going on with you. Like but I've been praying for you. You've been really on my mind, on my spirit and stuff. And I just been praying for you that you just keep the pace, keep the faith, keep going, because there are people here who actually need you." And I'm talking about our good sister Abriana. And then last week, on because she'll do announcements every once in a while. Last week,
she's really good at it.
She's really good. That's like my favorite part of the service, for real. But like, I think it was either last week or the week before when she was doing announcements. She wasn't quite herself, and then she kind of like there was like a breakthrough or revelation that she may have had throughout the week. But yesterday or Sunday, I even told her, I was like, "You back? Like she back?
Yeah, she's back.
Like you did it again.
It was awesome.
Cause
I even told her at 5 Minutes Fellowship, I was like, "You're really good at that. You're really good.
She's
at that.
back." Yeah, for sure. Because people need her. Like they really.
And we just need each other.
Yeah.
We do. We just really need each other. Well, I wanted to ask you, because you hear me talk so much, and we're always kind of like planning and plotting and how to switch up Joycast and just what to do. But before we, finished our segment, I wanted to ask you if there's any questions that you ever have for me that you've not asked me.
I did have one that I asked you like 2 weeks or last week. That was, and I've been thinking about that ever since. Cool. But I do have, actually on my way here, I was thinking about, I was like, because I know you was going to have a question for me. And I do. I have one very good question. Do you have any regrets?
Ooh. Okay, I got chills all over my body. I do have regrets.
Okay.
I do. So I have regrets, through my marriages, and I'm going to talk about the first one that just popped out at me. I have regrets that sometimes I didn't stand up for myself. Yeah. I was always, because I dealt with rejection issues since I was just a wee little girl, just a young girl, it kind of followed me throughout my life. And so I always, because I wanted people to stay with me, I didn't want people to leave me, abandonment, rejection issues. I would go out of my way to try to make people stay with me.
And you probably still felt empty, huh?
Yes. Well, some people are never satisfied.
Yeah.
So it's exhausting. And that's what I found. It was so exhausting because I would do things to try to make them happy, to keep them. And sometimes it was just like, I can't do it. I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
So my regret, I'm so glad you asked me that because I had to deal with that a couple of weeks ago. And I said, if there was one thing that I could have changed about myself, is I wish I would have stood up for myself more in different relationships.
Just
could have been with friends.
Okay.
Could have been with my mother, my biological mother. Could have been in my marriages. Because a lot of people, we hear this all the time, don't mistake my kindness for weakness.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind, because I'm sweet, because I don't like to ruffle feathers, I don't like confrontation, I put up with a whole lot of stuff. Yeah. I could use another word, but I'm going to say stuff today. It also starts with S. But we're going to say stuff. And that is like my biggest regret, because I think to myself, I wish I would have had a little bit more, I don't know if aggression is the word. Assertiveness, thank you. Where I could have just been like, hey, you can't talk to me like that. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't treat me. You can't. And I didn't. And so in it again, because I didn't want to feel the rejection part of it, I dealt with a lot of stuff, took a lot, let people treat me any type of way that they wanted to. And today, because I know my worth now, I know my value, it's like, I'll never do that again. I'll never deal with that. And I don't have a problem today putting up boundaries, healthy boundaries. Yeah. And saying like, no, you can't talk to me like that.
We talked about boundaries before.
Yes.
You and I.
It's so important to have boundaries with people, all people. Mm-hmm. Because again, King Solomon says, guard your heart. Yeah. And because I didn't guard my heart, like my heart was messed up a lot just from other people. And so I've learned from it. It was regret. I had to forgive myself for letting people treat me a certain way. Yeah. And because there's just some things I couldn't do to other people. Even if you would hurt
I would
me,
never do that to you. That's what makes it even like hurt more.
Yeah, you could hurt me.
I would never do that to you.
And I could be like, well, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. Could do it. Yeah. Instead, guess what? This is really not good, but I'm truthful. I'd turn it on myself and I'd hurt myself. Because hurt is hurt. It's got to come out. Yeah. And if I didn't hurt the person that hurt me, I would hurt myself and beat myself up. And so I had to get to a place where I, had to forgive myself and then ask God to forgive me. And then forgive the person that hurt me. Ooh. Yeah. So
the final stage.
Yes, and there's regrets, and like the way being a young mom, I didn't do everything right all the time. But that again is trial and error. It's, it's a process. And so, but yeah, that was my one that came up first of all.
Good answer.
Yeah, thank you for asking me. Like I said last time, a lot of people want to ask me questions, but I think they're afraid to ask because they might, hit a nerve or I don't know, for whatever reason. So that's why I make myself available to you guys. Ask me whatever you want.
It's good that you have a nosy guest too, because.
So if you're nosy and you want to know anything, come be my guest.
Hey, I'm sure somebody wondering something.
Yes, and so it's important for us to use our lives. Some people don't want to talk about their past. Yeah. But I made a decision that if I can help you, or if I can help you, get through some things in life. I didn't have anyone like that.
Yeah, like that's the transition. Like,
yes.
like we said. Like,
I used to always say,
over it. Now you look back.
used to say like, man, Lord, I wish I would have had a me.
Yeah.
That I could have went and said, I'm going through this, or how did you do this? I didn't really have that. And so today, that's why, I love what I get to do.
That's good.
Yes, I love what I get to do.
And people listen to you when you talk. Like, people just gravitate towards you. Like, even on Sunday before church, when I had to stop by here to pick up that the tripod, I was like, I was ready for church. I'm ready. Like, days leading up, I'm like, man, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. And then, like, I told you I changed my clothes like 10 times. I'm running late. I'm getting hot in the house as I'm, like, trying to hurry up. And then as soon as I saw you, all that stuff just went away. Like, really, I saw you just gave me this hug. You just walked out. You're like, you like my hair? I was like, yeah, it looks good. I was like, your hair looks so good. You're like, really? I didn't even do it. Yeah, I did. And it just, like, it really, people were just drawn to you. So that was good. That helped me, just even seeing you. I was like, oh, man, I can't wait to get to church so I can see her. Yeah, so it was good. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Thank you. Anything else you want to share with me?
Do you have any questions for me?
Let me see. Well, I do have one, and I ask everybody this.
Okay.
Tell me one thing. We probably talked about it before, but there's always more to talk about.
Yeah.
So today, where you're at, let's put it that way. Today, where you're at, tell me something that just brings you joy.
Oh, God, going to bed at night. No, I'm just playing. I do look forward to going to bed and the day ending, but no. One thing right now, currently, there's so many things.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, really, like, I could, I don't know. I guess just doing things that I knew I always was capable of, but kind of, like, not really ready to do it. Like this, for example.
Right.
You would have, man, 2 years ago, I'm like, I ain't doing that.
2 years ago, I would have been like, what?
I'm not doing
Joy,
that.
what?
Literally. So it makes me want to answer the call more. Yeah. It makes me want to say yes more.
Yes.
And like that's new to me. So it feels good. Like it does. Like I think I like that. Like that's where I'm at right now. That makes me happy knowing that there's more. Yeah. There's literally more. And everywhere I'm going, I'm like, it's endless. It's just this stuff is just like pouring out of me, and I'm just like, I'm ready like to just use it, and I'm ready to answer the call. I'm ready to say yeah. I'm ready to pick up the phone and say yeah, I'll do it.
So exciting.
So
it really is exciting.
So, yeah.
That's where I'm at. In my little message the other day, I said the Lord is expanding my world, and He really is. I'm doing things that I've never done.
Absolutely. Making friends.
Yes, meeting people, just going to a restaurant, meeting somebody, having a conversation. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
And then the things He has planned for, like for Joycast and a couple other things that I want to do. I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
and there's no time to look back anymore.
Answer the call.
I don't want to look back anymore and be sad about this because this didn't work out, or be sad because that didn't work. I'm like, miss me with that.
Yeah.
I'm going. I love the message at church. Just go. Just go. It propelled me. The message alone, the title of the message, it propelled me to I feel like a rocket. I'm ready to just go.
Yeah.
So exciting.
It is.
And there'll be days. Honestly, I have a hard time when the time changes.
Me too.
I don't know about you.
Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. Especially with Kyrie because he's so young. Time change is really hard on kids.
Yes.
But
that's probably not my most favorite time of the year.
Really?
Is the time change. Because I love the long evenings in the summertime.
It's 6 o'clock. It's dark.
It's dark.
Now I'm ready to go to bed.
Yes.
What are you still doing up?
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm getting ready. I'm preparing myself because November 3rd, the time changes.
Oh, God.
And I don't know what happened to where we're not supposed to change time anymore.
That was a thing. Yeah.
That was a thing. We voted on it. But I'm like, okay. Whew, I'm getting myself prepared because before I used to get really like the blues.
Really?
I get the blues really bad.
The last cloudy one really did me in, for real.
Yep, cloudy days.
Oh my God.
And the time change, I would literally get the blues.
Yeah,
and now,
last year?
I'm not doing it.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep that same. I'm going to keep you in mind. I'm going to have your voice in my head. Because last year, I was ready to.
And it's so long. The winter time is so long.
It's long. But I'm ready though. I'm in a different place. I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
I like the place. I said, I'm on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel right now. And I said, but after winter time, it's almost like by April, when April comes, I stretch my arms and I open my front door.
Yeah.
And spring is here and everything's in bloom.
And that's the holiday season too.
That's
my birthday.
Favorite. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, get ready.
Yeah.
So it's a good time.
It's perspective.
Yeah.
It's all how you see it.
Yeah, definitely.
But
so overall, yeah. So yes, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm joyful.
Yeah.
I am. I would say so.
Yeah.
Like not every waking moment of my life is filled full of joy.
Yeah.
But I know how to turn it around.
Yeah.
Because I know all things are working for my good. So.
Well, I think joy is in us because of Jesus that never leave us. But happiness is fleeting. Mm. I could be happy at 10 o'clock in the morning and then get a phone call by 11 and I'll be like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I'm not so happy. But then I might see you or see one of my grandkids and then I'm happy again.
Yeah.
So that I understand is fleeting. It's going to come and go. But joy is forever.
That's good to remember.
How can you say, I want you to try it. If you're home, just say that. Say joy and try not to smile. I dare you.
See, it's impossible.
It just makes...
So since your name is Joy, do you just look in the mirror and just like,
yeah. I'm like, how blessed am I that, that God gave me the name Joy.
Yeah. And
then we sing that song in church. He changed my name. Mm-hmm. Picked me up. Turned me around.
Placed my feet on the solid ground.
Gave me a new name.
Yep.
I so identify with that because that all happened like at the same time in the one season where he picked me up, turned my life around, and my name is Joy, and man,
yep.
I'm forever grateful for that.
Good.
Yeah. So, anything you want to tell our listeners?
Subscribe.
How? How do they do that?
Joy in the Morning 31 at gmail.com is the email. The YouTube is come on. The YouTube is literally Joycast. Joycast. Yes. It's on the cards.
And you can find us on YouTube and Spotify.
Joycast. Yes. So yeah, whenever you watch the video, drop a comment. Yeah. Interact. Yeah. And you interact back.
Yes.
Interact back. You
gotta show me how to do that.
Okay. You're a real person. I'll show you. Because I was looking at the videos. I was like, people are actually commenting on these videos. But
see, and I don't look at them because I don't want to look at numbers.
Yeah.
But now that you said that, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I will comment back. And, today I posted something right before this because I kind of was having a little, not pity party, but a little bit of a tough time. And I was like, how do we get people to listen? There's so many podcasts out there. People are talking about so many different things. Like, how do you get folks to listen to your podcast?
Yeah.
But this is what I just said, whether it's the one or if it's half the world.
Somebody who needs to hear it, they will hear it.
I'm going to do my part. I'm going to be faithful, do my part. Because, again, I know that this is the high calling on my life. And that's where I'm at. I'm just going to do my part.
There you go.
And I love to have you on. Subscribe, listen to us, support us. And yeah, the Lord's going to do the rest. But
truly.
I guess that's it for today. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful that the Lord brought you into my life.
Yeah.
You were here to...
That was a good move.
And not just, setting things up around here, but like you're my friend. Like I know you're my friend.
We talk like almost every day. It's weird if we don't talk on the phone at least 3 times a week.
Even just to check in.
Yeah.
How's your day going? What you doing? Blah blah blah. So I'm super grateful for that.
Yeah,
so,
me too.
He's brought a lot into my life through Joycast.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Anyway, I love you. I tell you that all the time. I love you. And when do we record again?
Next week.
Next week. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Come and join us sometime. Take care. I'm Joy in the Morning, and this is Joycast. Have a good day.